This is Vinicius Jr., one of the best players in the world. Or well, at least he was. Ever since missing out on the Ballon d'Or to Rodri, he hasn't been the same. So today, I'm taking over the rest of his career to fix everything and compete with the world's best to win him a Ballon d'Or. However, winning the Ballon d'Or with Vini is not going to be easy, as he has 3 major problems as to why he can't win it. With the first problem being Kylian Mbappe. And Mbappe is a problem because they play the exact same position, but Mbappe is a way better player. So Vini has to go ahead and become better than Mbappe if he ever wants to win the Ballon d'Or. However, the second problem Vinicius has is that he is not versatile. Vinicius Jr. is one of the best left wingers in the world, but if you ask him to play absolutely anywhere else, his overall downgrades drastically. And the final problem Vinicius has is that he lacks confidence. He doesn't believe he's the best player in the world anymore. So I think in order to fix that, I think Vinicius Jr. needs to leave Real Madrid for the time being. So as we're waiting for offers for Vinicius, Xabi Alonso and Vini are talking in the office. Vini says, "Sorry boss, I know I'm leaving the club when you just got here. However, I need to find myself again. I'm not the player I used to be. But I promise one day that I'll become the world's best player once again, and hopefully you can accept me here back at Madrid." Xabi Alonso then responds, "Go prove that to me elsewhere and maybe we'll bring you back in the future." And the first offer Vini has received is from Chelsea Football Club. Good as this offer is, Vinicius is a goal-scoring winger, and Chelsea play with right mids and left mids, and not only that, to build his confidence, he needs to become the main man, and that's not gonna happen with Palmer on the side. And a second offer has come in for Vinicius, and it's Man United. He could definitely become the main man here. However, they don't play with wingers, and they just stink. And the last offer we accepted. It is from Juventus. And yes, I know Juventus do not play the 4-3-3, which is Vini's favorite formation. However, Allegri has promised to accommodate him and change the formation just for him. So now it's up to Vinicius to fix his problems and save his career and eventually win the Ballon d'Or. And as Vini joins Juventus, make sure to subscribe. And as Vini is now a Juventus player, he is easily the best player in this side. And yes, I know we can easily convert him back to a left wing and he'd be a 91. However, we want Vinicius Jr. to become a versatile player, so for the meantime, he will be a right winger. As the first thing I want Vinicius to do is hit a 90 overall as a right winger. So Vini got straight to work, working hard in the training session and even went up a +1, as it's now time for him to make his debut for Juventus. As his debut kicks off, playing right wing is so much different for Vini. Because he is right-footed, he can no longer cut inside and shoot. He has to either find a way to get to goal or even run down the wing and cross in the ball. So that is exactly what he did. Run down the wing, crossing the ball for an assist, and even beat a defender to score a goal. However, it wasn't that easy as Como came back and scored 2 goals. Boys, how do we bottle the lead to Como, man? Come on. And now here comes Vinicius Jr. running down the wing. 5 minutes left to go. Can he score the winner? And he shoots and it goes in. There's the big game Vini that we all know and love. And the whistle is blown. Vini gives Juventus the first 3 points. And if he could become that big game player once again, he'll be back at Real Madrid in no time and becoming the world's best player. And at the end of the season, Vini has done it. He has got into a 90 overall as a right winger. However, he did not have the best of seasons, 16 goals and 4 assists. But you know what? We will take that. As Juventus failed to win the Serie A and also lost the Coppa Italia. But the good thing is we did solve Vini's versatility problem. In order to boost back his confidence, he has to go ahead and become the player of the season here in the Serie A while winning Juventus trophies. So he has met back with Allegri in his office. And Allegri says, "I'm very happy that you have finally become a versatile player, but we need you in that left wing spot because that is where you shine." And now that Vini's a left winger once again, he has gone up a +1. However, winning the player of the year is not going to be easy, as Allegri has brought in Desiree Doué to Juventus to fill in that gap that Vini left on the right. And Desiree Doué coming in changed everything for Juventus as he got a hat-trick on his debut in the Serie A. And now halfway through the season, he has 34 goals and 10 assists, while Vini only has 8 goals and 3 assists. Which means because of Doué alone, Juventus are in a league title race. This is not good for Vinicius Jr. But it doesn't end there, as in January, Allegri has brought in Alexander Isak, another incredible forward that takes away the limelight for Vinicius Jr. And I wonder if his confidence is at an all-time low. And of course, Isak, being the best striker in the world, comes in and also scores a hat-trick for Juventus. As now at the end of the season, somehow Alexander Isak has overtaken Vinicius Jr. in goals in way less games. So Vinicius Jr. left Real Madrid to get out of Mbappe's shadow, and instead now he is in Desiree Doué's and Alexander Isak's shadow. However, there is at least good news as Juventus are sitting at the top of the table against Inter with one last game to go as they face each other. However, things did not get off to a great start as Inter Milan literally scored 2 goals in the first 5 minutes. 5 minutes in and we're 2-0 down. Vini, we need you to turn up. And of course, Vini turned up when it mattered, scoring not 1 but 2 goals to equalize the game. And yes, Vini turns up when it matters, 1 more goal and we're league champions. experienced. And now it's Kenan Yuri's 4 minutes left to go. It falls to Vinicius Jr. to become Serie A champions. Cuts inside, finesse, and it goes in. Vinicius Jr. may be overshadowed by his other two teammates, but when it matters, we know he turns up. And just like that, Juventus win the Serie A. And a huge thank you has to go to Vini, even though he hasn't had the best of seasons. However, there's something I forgot to tell you, and that is that this Juventus super team have reached the UCL final against Vini's former teammates. However, before that game, Vini may have won trophies with Juventus, but Desiree Doué became the player of the tournament. But it's time for the UCL final. Can Vini turn up once again and win Juventus their first Champions League in decades? And here comes Vinicius Jr. at the start of the Champions League final. Can he score against his own teammates? Gets rid of one, gets rid of a second, has a shot, and it goes in. And early on, Vinicius takes the lead for Juventus. But Vinicius was the only one that turned up as Real Madrid finally pulled a remontada and won 3-1. And no, it's all over. Real Madrid have won the game 3-1. As Real Madrid win the Champions League, Vinicius misses out. But the good thing is his confidence is back as he is still that big game player we know. But as Mbappe wins the Ballon d'Or, of course, the one problem left is that he is not better than Mbappe. And if he wants to go back to Real Madrid to become the world's best player on the left, he needs to become better than Mbappe. But now in season number 3, the question is Vinicius better than Desiree Doué and Alexander Isak? I think Vini has better big game moments, but Doué and Isak are a lot more consistent. So I think Vini still needs to become the main man if he wants to be better than Mbappe. So we're gonna get a transfer out of Juventus. And as we're waiting for offers, Vini meets with Desiree Doué. As Desiree Doué says, I hear you're leaving Juventus to be the main man at a team. And to be honest, you're making the right decision because I am the best player in the world alongside Mbappe. And you are never gonna take my shine here. So good luck wherever you end up. And just hope that you never run into me. And the first offer that's come in for Vini is from AC Milan. If he's gonna stay in the Serie A, it would be with Juventus. And the second offer that's come in for Vini is from Newcastle United. Now, Newcastle aren't the best team, but they do play his formation. So we might have to go to Newcastle if we don't get any better offers. But the final offer that Vini got is the one we accepted. It is Bayern Munich, who have actually changed their formation to a 4-3-3 attack just for Vinicius Jr. So now that Vini's joining, if he can impress and become the best player here, surely he'll be ready for Real Madrid and could become better than Mbappe. However, it gets even better as company welcomes Vini into his office. And he tells Vinicius, I know you won't be here long. I know your goal is to go back to Real Madrid and win the Ballon d'Or over there. And I and the rest of the team are very happy to help you as long as you get us deep into the Champions League because we are tired of the biggest players rejecting us. And we want to show the world's best players that we're a serious club. And boys, that is great for Vinicius as he'll be taking every single free kick and every single penalty to help him become better than Mbappe. But of course, getting by or far in the UCL is not going to be easy with the best teams in the world such as PSG, Barca, and Real Madrid all in that competition. And Vini quickly became the main man, scoring goal after goal as halfway through the season, Bayern have qualified in 3rd place in the Champions League as Juventus finished in 2nd. And the question is, who are they facing in the round of 16? And he's facing his old teammates, Real Madrid. And as the first leg against Madrid was a 0-0 draw, it's now time for the second leg. We're in the Golden Boot race. Mbappe and Vini are tied on goals and only behind Doué. If Vini can outscore Mbappe tonight, surely he'll become a better player. And if he doesn't win the UCL Ballon d'Or here at Bayern, he could go back to Real Madrid if he wants to. And here comes Harry Kane in the second leg, through ball into Vinicius Jr. and already he makes it 1-0 against Madrid. And Vini really kicked off this game quickly as he scored the first goal. However, Rodrigo of all people scored the next 2. But then Harry Kane came to the rescue, scoring the equalizer. And now 10 minutes left to go. It's Vinicius on the ball, gets rid of one, gets rid of a second defender, looking to be the hero, playing hero ball finesse. It's a screamer, and surely that's over. And they're going to the next round. And the whistle is blown. Vini outscores Mbappe, making him better than Kylian. But the question is, can he win the UCL and the Ballon d'Or here at Bayern? And after beating Real Madrid, we breezed through Roma in the quarters, but in the semis, we're facing Juventus. As Desiree Doué still leads in goals by 2 versus Vini. And the first leg did finish 0-0. It's time for the second leg. Come on, Vini. And Vini got things started straight away as he scored 2 goals to put us 2-0 up. And yes, Vini has made it 2. We're causing an upset tonight. However, that lead did not not last long as Isaac scored a goal that Desiree Doué to equalize. And no, we've bottled the lead. Doué equalizes. But 9 minutes left to go. Here come Juventus once again. And Bangula gives it to Alexander Isak. And it goes in. I think it's all over. Bayern and Vini have bottled it, man. And just like that, we get knocked out of the UCL after beating the likes of Madrid and Roma, as Vini will not be winning the Ballon d'Or this year. And boys, Juventus ended up winning the Champions League. But this was surely Vini's best season of his career. 56 goals, 11 assists, now out of 94, as he won a domestic treble with Bayern Munich. And as Desiree Doué wins the Ballon d'Or, I think we know what Vini needs to do. So in the brand new season, it has happened. Vinicius has returned to Real Madrid. However, it comes with a catch, as Xabi Alonso has done a straight swap with Kylian Mbappe as Mbappe joins Bayern Munich. So it seems like Vini has a lot of pressure now as he wears the new Madrid kits. If you want these in your career mode, check out Road Kits in the link in the description. And as Vinicius Jr. returns to Madrid, he's been made captain, as Xabi Alonso brings him into his office and says, "Welcome back, Vini. You're the captain. Lead us to the UCL and lead yourself to a Ballon d'Or finally." And on his return, Vinicius was brilliant, getting Real Madrid to the round of 16, where they dominated team after team. And now, in the UCL final, he'll be facing Juventus again, as him and Desiree Doué are fighting for the Golden Boot again. And if Vinicius Jr. wins this game, surely he wins the Ballon d'Or and becomes the world's best player. And the UCL final kicks off. Desiree Doué has a chance to put them in the lead with a free kick. It falls into Turkey instead. Great save from the keeper, but Mbangula puts it in. It's 1-0 to Juventus. And now it's Real Madrid. Arda Güler gives it to McAllister, who finds Vinicius Jr. Can equalize this game. Cuts inside, looking for his teammate, finds Hendrick, and it goes in. Sir Bobby Charlton makes it 1-1. Vinicius Jr. Can he go ahead and take the lead? Cuts inside, looking for a finesse from there, and it's a screamer. The goalkeeper sat down. 2-1. But here come Juventus on the attack. It's Mbangula with the shots. What is Kanate doing? They've equalized the game. And now it's Sir Bobby Charlton. 7 minutes left to go. Gives it to Vinicius Jr. Can he go ahead and win this game? Finesse from outside the box, and it goes in the last minute of the game. That has to be the UCL win. Doué had a stinker tonight. And it's over. Vinicius lifts the Champions League trophy, as he has finally won his Ballon d'Or, as we saved his career and made him the world's best player. And if you guys enjoyed this video, click on the screen and watch me become Man United's greatest player of all time.